You obviously want to check the windows, make sure all the windows work, all the electronics work. Those are all obvious things. You might want to pop open the air filter, take a look at the air filter, see how clean it is. You basically just want to see if the car has been well maintained. Check the fluids, if it has a dipstick, check the transmission fluid, check the oil level, color, check the, before you turn it on and before the car warms up, pop the radiator cap open, check the fluid in there, because the fluid in the reservoir is not always indicative of what the fluid is inside the system. So don't just go based on the overfill reservoir. Okay, so for the ABS system and for the brake system in general, there's a noise you should be listening for when you turn the car to the on position, or even after you start it. For about 10-15 seconds, the pump, the pressurizing brake system pump is gonna brake booster basically. There's no vacuum assist brake booster in this. There's a pressure system. So there's a canister in there that pressurizes when you turn the car on, and this is the noise it should sound like. If it sounds anything other than this, if it sounds like a screeching or whining, then that pump is going on the ABS system, on the braking system, so you're gonna have to replace that pump soon. That's what that means. But here, I'll let you listen to what it should sound like. Okay, so for the steering, when you put the key into the ignition, your steering wheel should come down, tilt down, and telescope towards you. If it doesn't do that when you put the key in, and you do it manually here, and you try to adjust it, then there might be an issue with that auto tilt and telescoping feature. There have been a number of issues with those on other vehicles. It's not an uncommon thing to see that fail. So if you look right here, come down, you can look behind the wheel and zoom in, you'll see the VIN number right there, right on the frame. So you want to correlate that to all of the body panels, all of the door body panels, like I showed you. Every door should have one. So you want to go around and check all of them and compare all of them. Another common issue is the heater hose connections. They tend to leak. Not a huge expense, but something to consider and to look at. Okay, your AHC system, between high and low, the graduation marks should be between 9 and 10 levels between low and high. So go ahead and set the car to low, set the car to high, and see what the difference is. If it's less than 7, that's bad. You might have a bad accumulator. If it's 14, that's good. 14 is what it is new. So 9 to 10 is average. Okay, so for the seats, your driver's seat's probably going to be in pretty bad shape. So you're probably going to have to consider getting new front seat covers or reupholstering them. I had to get a new seat cover for both front seats. I sort of custom fit the seat cover and reinstalled the original back plate on the seat, so it looks more of like a reupholstering job rather than just a seat cover. The top headrest section obviously doesn't look that great because from the manufacturer it just came really large. So that's something I have to work on, but that's also something you have to consider these seat covers. So you want to go ahead, bring a camera with you that you can angle like I am and get a good look underneath the car, see if the muffler's been replaced, See how much of the exhaust has been replaced. If it's an older vehicle, most likely the exhaust has been replaced at least once. Take a look at the guards. Make sure the guards and the belly pan are intact, are in good shape. Take a look at the drive shaft, the center drive shaft, and see if the fittings look like they've been greased recently. The yoke looks like it's been greased. Look at the condition. You can get a good idea of how much maintenance has been done on these vehicles just by taking a look. Now, if the tire tread looks like it's in good shape, just check the date code on the tire and make sure it's not too old, because believe it or not, tires do get old. Now if you look, you can see right there in tire, you see 0512. That means this tire's May is the month, 05 is the month, and 12 is the year. So 5/2012, May 2012 is when this tire was manufactured. So it's a pretty old tire. I would not recommend riding on a tire this old. This has pretty much reached its useful life. You'll probably start to see signs of dry rot. If you don't, it's still an old tire. As you know, rubber ages, and as time goes on, it's not as supple. I hate that word, but it's not as, you know what I mean. It's not as, all the oils have pretty much escaped the rubber, and it's not going to hold air as well. It's not going to respond as well. It's definitely not a good idea to be driving on tires that old. So I will be getting new tires soon. Not sure how soon, but definitely need them. Even though the tread, if you look at the tread looks great. Plenty of meat left on them, and they're not even worn uneven. Michelin LTXs, you know, everybody knows Michelin LTXs are the quietest ones you can get for this car. From, I mean, that's subjective, but from all of the forums, that's what everybody says. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. The main overall consensus is that you can't go wrong with Michelin LTXs. They are on the pricier side though. So anyway, those are all just some things to look for, and hope that helps.